Ladies and gentlemen, Kendrick Lamar performed at Glastonbury, and apparently the world's going crazy. I'm always here for new Kendrick. If you haven't seen my Dave reaction, Thiago Silva Glasson, go check that out. You know, there's probably gonna be words over this, so don't even trip because that's the only way I can get it up. You feel me? Without it being blocked, I can't.
Told me to face it. Y'all blessed me to be up on this stage.
I gotta cover up this stuff, so y'all shout out to everybody because some people just make it so clear that you can't see it. I just rather put that. Kendrick coming out with a crown of thorns already. Yeah, I know the super Christians is sick out the gate. An iced out crown of thorns. How dare he mock Jesus?
And we make sure we blessed to give y'all some shit you can feel, and that's the real reason why I wrote Mr. Morale, because everybody's going through something.
If there's one thing about Kendrick, boy, especially now, hey, the rainbow fish. Shout out to rainbow fish. But he don't care. He gonna take these. He gonna do this. Facts. That's what I like about him.
And this next record I want to perform is my favorite record off that album.
He coming through on some.
It's the reason. The true reason.
Wait, why is she so? Or I don't know. Why is this person so? Oh, she off something. My man right here looking at her like, oh no. She off something. Something got popped. Something got burnt, something got inhaled, is what I'm telling you. Boy, off the jitters. She off the jinkings.
And that's beautiful. No matter what you're going through, imperfection is beautiful.
Say it again, K Dot. Country Clinic. They're looking at
I wear this crown. They judge Christ. They judge you. They judge Christ. Yep. They judge you. They judge Christ.
That's a fact.
I wear this as a representation so you'll never forget one of the greatest prophets that ever walked the earth. They judge you, they judge Christ.
Now, see, this is another reason I wanted to react to this, is just to really break this down. Now, I'm not a religious person at all. I mean, I grew up in a religious house. My mom was. I wouldn't say religious house. I say my mom was. I do know a decent amount about all this religious stuff, and I've been in plenty of debates about it, trust me. I'm not one of them people. One thing I will say is the people who are getting upset at him saying they judge Christ, they judge you, they judge Christ, they judge you, they judge Christ. All right, to everybody who puts Christ in a place where blah, 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 you can't even speak about him. You realize that in the book, the Bible that you go by, a lot of Jesus's messages was about how he is like them, how he's not, should not be placed above. You know what I mean? Like, he not no rich man, he ain't no celebrity. He is the common man. I think that was kind of the point, you know, with the people he had in his stable. You feel me? Crooks and yeah. And another thing, we're gonna talk about this crown of thorns in a little bit, but we're gonna let
they judge you, they judge Christ.
That's a fact. As you got judged, Christ got judged.
We're going to continue to try our best to walk in this image. Let's get it.
And that's what they say, is to walk in his
Kendrick made you think about it, but he is not your savior.
I love this part.
Gold made you feel empowered, but he is not your savior.
He is not your savior.
Future said get a money counter, but he is not your savior.
I'm going to keep it tall, man. I really hope to the people who freaked out about this, I really hope there's more. I really hope he said something like, because the way y'all coming out, and I'm seeing some of these titles of your videos and some of these thumbnails, it's like he said something like he dissed Jesus somehow, is what it sounded like. So far, he's only trying to draw a parallel to not just himself, but the common person in Jesus. How dare he? How dare he? Out of here. Weirdos.
But he is not your savior. He is not your savior.
The point of the song, I'm sorry, we're going to do a lot of breaking down. The point of the song, I know the people, the super Christians who reacted to this or whatever, completely missed the point of the song. Probably didn't listen to the song. The point of the song is him saying he is not your savior. He's a regular man. And I'm assuming that some of y'all who react didn't actually listen to his album, because the whole thing is about stripping away the savior complex from him. I'm sorry I couldn't save the world, I had to build mine. That's a quote from him, okay? And we're going to get back with this crown of thorns. Come on, we're going to let it go. I got something to say about that.
Judging my life.
Go, kid.
But you say you do the cha-cha. I'ma stand on it 6'5", from 5'5".
Backpedaler, but you say you do the cha-cha? I ain't even catch that the first time I reacted.
In fact, I ain't taking shit back like it when they roll black, but I'm more Kodak black. Tell me where the money at, hey, where the homies at. Universal call out, I can members only that. Hey, CC, hold up, wait a minute. Benaki, c'est la vie. I tell the whole truth from A to Z. Hey, show me you real, show me that you bleed. Hey, hello.
And then you see it's dripping. It's not real. This is ketchup. For everybody who's, for YouTube say, this is ketchup. You feel me? If y'all can't see the ketchup coming down his face right now, he's showing me that you bleed. The blood is supposed to represent that he is a man. He is not a god. He is but a man. You know, a wise man once said, "Do you bleed? Well, you will." You feel what I'm saying? The reason why Batman asked Superman, "Do you bleed?" was because he was trying to figure out, are you a deity? Are you some sort of god that doesn't bleed like man? Or do you bleed just like me? That was a bar Batman hit him with. I'm sorry. My bad. Sometimes, whenever I get into deep religious conversations, there's always a good Batman quote to get me.
Crackers, hey, I see niggas arguing about who's blacker. Even blacked out screens, they call it solidarity. Meditate in silence, make you wanna tell on me. Bitch,
Woo!
are you happy for me? Yeah, are you happy for me? You smiling my face, but are you happy for me? Yeah, I'm out the way. Are you happy for God?
If there's one thing about Kendrick, his performances, boy, oh my God.
Yeah, are you happy for me? Yeah, are you happy for me? You smile in my face, but are you happy for me? Yeah, I'm out the way. Are you happy for me? Hey, bite their tongues and rap lyrics, scared to be crucified by the zone. They won't admit it. Political.
Ooh, it's because some people just go to their offenses first, and it tends to happen to no matter what group you belong to. When you too blinded by that group, when you too you don't see the world because you're too busy looking at a microscope, you're gonna miss a lot, right? And a lot of, if you offended at this, you didn't listen to the lyrics. I know that I don't even have to know you. I know that for a fact, because he's explaining the whole thing. Listen to what he's saying, you weirdos.
Lyrics scared to be crucified by the zone. They won't admit it. Politically correct.
And y'all, even people who are trying to kill him for this, are doing exactly what he's saying in the song. He said the reason why rappers don't speak about things, don't do performance like this, don't have messages, is not because it's because they're scared. They're scared of the backlash that might come, and he's gonna stand amongst it and fight it.
Records, how you keep an opinion? Niggas is tight-lipped, fuck who dare to be different. See no Christians say the vaccine mark of the beast. Then he caught COVID and brought the visor for relief. Then I caught COVID and started to hustle for me. Will I stay organic? I'm shredding this bed for 2 weeks.
Y'all ain't listening. That's the problem with this world, bro. By the way, Worldwide Cypher 2, 90,000 views, almost to 100,000. Keep listening to that. And my music channel. Not pin comment, in the description, go check it out. All right, we gonna let him rock a little bit longer, then I'm gonna go into the crown of thorns thing, because peace crown. All right, this is one thing, right? And I remember when I would go to church that I never understood, right? I never understood, and I would used to ask this question, and I never in my life got a good answer, which is the story of religion for me. But so y'all realize, right, that the cross and the crown of thorns are not unique to Jesus, right? I hope y'all know that these are just ancient torture methods. Jesus was not the first or last person to be crucified. He wasn't even the only person that crucified that day. So I've never understood what is the almost deification, almost putting godlike attributes to these essentially idols. You're almost, if you're telling me you are offended to the point of, like, you watch this and you got offended because he's wearing a crown of thorns, you are putting too much on a crown of thorns. And I feel like if Jesus came back and saw the way that people have deified the tools that were used to murder him, if he was a real person, which I think he was. I don't know if he did what he said he did, but I think he was real. I think he might feel weird about that. I think he might. Has anybody asked? Like, I feel like he might feel weird about that. Because to me, wouldn't that be like celebrating slaves by wearing nooses? Or like iced out whips? And then if somebody else wears a noose, you start getting offended because it's supposed to represent. That is crazy. The fact that you let these inanimate objects, these tools of torture, become the representation of your Christ is insanity to me. And you can say, no, I'm not deifying him. If you're looking at him wearing this and you're getting offended, you're deifying it. It is a crown of thorns, right? It is a crown made of thorns. This is not Jesus. This should not be the representation. If you believe in Jesus and love in Jesus, this should not be the representation of Jesus. And if you allow that to be the representation, that's fine. But to get offended when somebody else wears it, uses it, even burns it, you're putting it on a level beyond what it is. And I don't think you're supposed to do that as a Christian. While hearing that, the cat is out the bag. I am not your savior. I am not God. I am not Jesus. I am not a savior, right? Listen. And the next line is, honestly, it's hard to, because he's saying he's still flawed. Listen.
Difficult to love thy neighbors.
Honestly, it's still difficult to love thy neighbors. He's telling you, I'm just a man. I have the flaws. I hate people, just like you. If I was I say love thy neighbor, right? I find it hard. I find it difficult to live by that. Pay attention to the whole thing, man.
Especially when people got ambiguous favors. They hearts not in it. Everything's on the paper.
Everybody
the
wants
struggle
something for
the
something.
right side of history. Independent thought, it's like an eternal enemy.
Amen.
As compassion is be offending me.
Woo!
Yeah, suck my dick with authenticity.
There we go.
Tupac dead, gotta think for yourself.
Invite him to Frank's
heroes
thing.
looking for the villains to help. The struggle with the system, can't save face. Being manipulative, such a required take. Yeah. They judge you, they judge Christ. Godspeed for women's rights. They judge you, they judge Jesus Christ. Godspeed for women's rights. They judge you, they judge Christ.
And then obviously there's going to be just sexist people. I don't care. I saw some people getting offended at that part. Listen, I'm a man, you know. If there's one thing I do is I embrace, and this is what I wish that, you know, more white people would do. I embrace my privileges as a man, right? Because I know even though as a black man and I look at like white man, I embrace my privileges as a man. I know I've benefited from being a man. I know I have, where some women, especially women of my color, haven't benefited like me from that. You understand me? So especially with the Roe v. Wade thing, to be offended that he said this or be upset. I mean, I guess if you're against Roe, no, it makes sense. I'm being stupid. Because if you're offended at the whole Jesus thing, then you're going to be offended at that too. Okay. Religion breeds more hate. All right, let's go.
Godspeed for Jesus Christ. They judge you, they judge Christ. Godspeed, Godspeed. They judge you, they judge Christ. Godspeed for women's rights. They judge you, they judge Christ.
Say it again.
Godspeed for women's rights. They judge you, they
Say
judge
it again.
Christ. Godspeed for women's
For the
rights.
sexists in
They
the
judge
back.
you, they judge Christ. Godspeed for women's rights. They judge you, they judge Christ. Godspeed for women's rights. They judge you, they.
And as a man, it's weird too, because this is a time where my minority group isn't the one that's getting attacked. And as a man, bro, you know, Roe v. Wade, I got a whole fiance. You feel me? Like, I don't even think that's gonna affect me as much. Maybe like in the future, whatever. But I can tell right now that I'm not gonna cut my nose to spite my face. There is a woman out here who's hearing this and is in tears because she needed to hear this. It's the same way I feel about black empowerment too. So though this isn't empowering, in a way it is empowering me, but it's not talking about me, no matter how you believe in Roe v. Wade, but this is just,
They judge Christ. Godspeed for
somebody
women's
needs to
rights.
hear
They
this, and I
judge.
can respect that. He said F that. He said F that, bro. F that, bro. Kendrick Lamar, man, no matter how you feel about, he's going to make you think, make you discuss, make you angry, make you debate, and that is all signs of a great artist, man. Had to break this down.